communication between among the association should be somehow vital, should be somehow active. This is also the reason why I started to organize the webinar. This webinar every 1 or 2 months, depending on the availability. Because these webinars, for me, give the possibility to the local association to introduce themselves and also to show what are the characteristics of the work or the pediatric work in the different countries. Because otherwise, it is a sterile association. This was the reason why I'm trying now to contact all the associations. And if you think that there are some associations that also did not remember to be a member of the World Association for Pediatrics, and this is it is not very nice. Therefore, what I'm trying to do is to create a better connection, a more active connection between the World Pediatric Association and the local association. And this is another thing that I'm trying to do is to try to involve more countries. So at the moment we have around 60 countries represented, but there are many countries, especially from the south of the world, from the low-income countries that are not members. And I think that perhaps it could be fine if we would be able to increase the number to support the different countries of the south of the world to create pediatric association, an association you are member of. So that is somehow my idea. I don't know whether I didn't manage to explain you what is my intention, Professor.
Yeah, I'm very happy to hear that you want to be associated with our association and also the similar type of the association in the world. Of course, we are the members of WB since 2010. And of course, in the previous year, we conducted several workshops and activities in India involving the scientists from Australia also. And we are conducting some of the local chapters meetings and technical updatation regularly. But of course, we could not attend any of the meetings organized by your esteemed organization, WAB. And we are looking towards it in future also because you are kind enough to have a discussion with me. Thank you so much for that particular thing. And surely we are ready to go with you, along with you in your able leadership, sir.
Yeah. And therefore, I would be happy if you would like in one of the next webinar to present the Indian group, the Indian association, so you factory, and also to present somehow the situation of the pediatric in India. I know that India is quite a huge country, it's not like Italy, so it's a huge,
Yeah.
we can say it's like a continent. I say with more than 1 billion inhabitants, therefore I suppose that there are different situations from one part of India to another part of India. But this is even more the reason why it is important that you show what you do. You can show what is the approach of the Indian veterinarians to bovine. I know that in India, for many people, bovine is a sacred animal, and therefore this is so so I am personally convinced that we, as a World Association, we should not only address to organize events with the highest level of scientific information, but also to give information to the different realities, because there might be some countries where the farming system is large scale. There are other countries where it is small scale, and therefore the difference. This is also changed the way of the pediatric works, and this is my idea, to let us know, to share our way of working with cattle, and just to know, because if we are a work association, we include all kind of pediatric works, not only in-house work in Europe or in North America, but also in Asia, in India, in South America, and in Africa. What I'm trying to do now is to increase, for example, the involvement of Africa and low-income countries. I will be next week, at the beginning of November, I will be in Malaysia at the Congress of the Asian Veterinary Association in Kuching, and also I would like to get in touch with some representative, if there will be, from low-income countries in Asia. Moreover, I suppose, for example, that many countries, many veterinarians from, let's say, poor countries are not able, so they don't have money enough to participate to a World Pediatric Congress. And therefore, what I like is to try to support the organization of local congress, of continental congress. This is, for example, now I hope we will be able to organize at the beginning of 2025 the first African Congress, Sub-Saharan African Congress, just to take there some scientists to give conferences there, because I cannot expect that veterinarians from Africa can attend a World Pediatric Congress. You can imagine, for example, the next Pediatric Congress that will be held in Cancun, it will be quite expensive for flying, and therefore we will have not many people from low-income countries. But we, as a World Association, I think we should try to go where the other cannot come. This is my idea. Just an information, because you as a member of the association should know also, and I like to be transparent. We cannot do a lot because our budget is limited. You know, perhaps that the budget of the World Pediatric Association is, we don't have fees, so the members don't pay, you don't pay fees for the association, but we rely on a small amount that come from the Congress organizer. That means that all the Congress and the World Pediatric Congress organizer should give to the World Pediatric Association so far was 10 euro, $10 per participant. It will be 15 as from next Congress. That means that our budget every 2 years, because we have a biannual Congress, is around 20,000 euros. And this, you can imagine that it's not a lot. It is very poor, and therefore we cannot do a lot. But nevertheless, my intention is to give all possible support for increasing the activities of the local members altogether within this network.
Yes, sure, you are right. We are also eager to participate in some of the World Biotic Congress in future also. Earlier also we tried, but because of the same thing, budget constraints, etc., we could not participate. But in future, surely, if you organize in nearby countries, we are also ready. And at the same time, we along with this Commonwealth Veterinary Association, we organized one international conference also. So many people participated in it. Especially, we conducted some workshop on the rumen anatomy and thoracosynthesis, etc. So that was a good thing. And your words are very much encouraging, sir, because we need to have the interaction. And India is number one in milk production, as you know very well. And of course, as you are rightly mentioned, the cow is considered as one of the secret animal. Means in many of the states in India, the anti-cow slaughter act is there. Means the cow should not be slaughtered for any purpose, and it has to die naturally. So in this scenario, the people has to survive, and 40 million people of India are the landless laborers and marginal farmers, and totally they are dependent on the large animal. And biotric practice has got very good scope, but they are unable to afford the high cost of the treatment, etc. That's one of the constraints. So you being the president of the World Association of Pediatrics, so we let us together work how to address some of the issues. Of course, I am working on veterinary toxicology since the last 50 years. especially a lot of plant toxicities are also here in entire India, which are not at all addressed so far. And we have done some efforts with certain fundings. And also, we are also looking towards certain extra fundings from the other developed countries so that we can do some help to our farmers also. And apart from this one, the repeat breeding is one of the greatest problem in our country, and more than 10 to 15% of the animals are the repeat breeders. Hope you understand it very well. And it has got multiple reasons, including starting from the malnutrition, deficiency of the nutrition, then hormonal factors, and so many. We are also trying to address such issues as per the need-based research. So these are all the some of the important issues which need to be addressed. Especially our veterinarians need to be educated, especially the upcomings in these such fields, especially some of the surgeries and the minor surgeries and major surgeries to be conducted on the large animal aspect. Because, of course, we know very well that the small animal practitioners are very well equipped with all the ultrasounds and the higher equipments, X-ray. But the pediatric practice in India is lacking because the farmers who rear the cows are very, very poor. There are the marginal farmers, low income group people, and totally depend upon the animal husbandry. So, India being the number one in milk, etc. So, in future, it may be able to bear the costs, etc. So, in such case, we are also ready to host some of the workshops, conferences, etc. With your collaboration. As you are rightly pointed out, if you come to India as WIB, a president, we will be very happy to invite you to some of our workshops or conferences, international workshop, which we are going to organize. Every year we are going to organize it. Previous time we organized it with CVA, Commonwealth Veterinary Association. So this year we will be very happy, or next year, whatever it may be, World Association of Pediatrics, we will be very proud to have you people on our board, sir.
Because another thing that we are trying to do, and we will do, I hope soon, is a list of potential speaker of Congress to be suggested to local Congress organizers. So that if somebody would like to know who are, let's say, the best or the most competent in some topics, eventually they can find the name from this. I mean, for example, if you say, I need somebody particularly expert in, say, reproduction, we would like to have a list and say this can be eligible for being invited to give conference. This is some, of course, as mentioned, if you don't have budget for supporting the travel, when you organize conference, you should in any case prepare a budget for speakers. And therefore, if you may have a list, to say these are the ones that the World Pediatric Association suggests as the most competent, you can take from this list.
Surely, we have got our own list, especially from India. Many are experts in different areas from different states. India is a very vast country, that from traveling from one area to another area, it takes almost 3 to 4 hours in the flight also and by train also. So, having the webinars like this, it will be very useful to all the participants, especially the faculty members of the universities. There are many veterinary universities in our country, and more than 36 to 40 colleges, veterinary colleges are also there, so that they can also participate in the online webinar. It's the best platform, so that we can save all the travel expenses, etc. So this is very good idea what you have already initiated. But the thing is, previous some of the timings were not so matching in for us, especially Indian timings. It was in the night, etc. But in future also we can educate our especially our members so that they can also participate in the WAB hosted webinars in future. Yeah, you have put several mails, but we could not attend even one also. That was in night, 2 o'clock, etc. It was happening somewhere.
Yeah, of course. So this is, you are completely right. First, the webinars are open to everybody. Therefore, you can forward the invitation to all the colleagues, to the students that are interested, to everybody. So there is no limitation. We are happy to have participants from your side of the world. In respect to the timing, it is correct. We should consider all the countries, and therefore we should change the countries. For example, now, what's the time in India in this moment?
It is 5:59 or 6 p.m. here. 6 p.m.
Six. Yeah.
p.m.
Okay, that means that we do the webinar at 2 o'clock. It is reasonable.
Yes, yes. This is okay. That's fine.
Okay. So, yeah, because but we have to consider this.
Yeah, yeah.
In any case,
Okay.
I would be pleased if you, first of all, if you are so kind also to suggest topics for the next webinars, and I would be happy if you start to consider to give your presentation whenever you want. You can take half an hour. You can say we present the Indian Association in Indian contest in half an hour, and then eventually we can have as in the second part, the so-called scientific part, some topic that you consider of primary importance in India to be presented as a scientific part. So that this could be also a good thing. So the first part, because usually, as you know, we have 30 minutes introduction of the veterinary local pediatric association with the context, and the second part more scientific part. Therefore, if you want, when you can suggest also the date, to say, okay, we organize the webinar, but you say, okay, we'll take 30 minutes for the presentation, and 30 minutes you can suggest a topic that you or some colleagues of you can present of some problem related, some specific problem related to India, or also, for example, something that is not known all over the world is the religious aspect. So the fact that the cow are sacred, that it's so important, and people perhaps in our part of the world cannot perceive, cannot understand, and therefore, but it is in India there are more than 1 billion persons. I don't know how many people the cow are saved, but this is a part that is so important, so also nice, and therefore it is an aspect, a so peculiar aspect that, on my opinion, is worth of being presented to all the world.
Sure.
Because it is a part of the pediatric life.
Yeah, surely. Of course, our president is Dr. Yatiraj. He could not attend the meeting because of his own occupancies. We both will combinedly present whatever the things are there. And any date which is suggested by you is okay for me. This is the time suitable for me, or any time which is suggested by you, we are ready to share the things. So you yourself can decide the date on which we have to present, or else it is left to you, sir.
Okay, we can do it. We can do perhaps in January then. In January, the first in January can be India.
Ah.
Is it okay for you?
Okay, okay. No problem, sir.
The
the webinar, sir.
Yeah, webinar. The webinar presentation of your association. Like the one last week, on Monday. The one on
Okay,
Monday.
no problem. No problem. We will surely have it.
That would be
Okay.
very fine. And then next year, let's see, when you have a congress, perhaps we can see whether we manage to organize to visit you.
Surely, surely. That looks very fine, sir. There is no problem from our side. That's very fine.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
And then also you can present the universities, the number of veterinary schools, all the problem. So we as a World Pediatric Association would like to know what are the problems of the local association, what is the context, what do the pediatricians do in India.
Surely, surely.
So just to get acquainted.
Yeah, surely that we will be very happy. And of course, I will share what are all the links we receive from your kind and to all the veterinarians in India. Yes, the forum is very big nowadays. We can also share through WhatsApp and Twitter, and so many platforms are there. So you can handle about more than 300 persons may participate. It's okay now for you. How much?
Sorry, yes. Yes, you need it for the webinar.
Yeah, especially for the webinar.
Yeah, we can increase the number.
Okay, okay. We'll see the response. Especially in the next, I do not know when you are going to organize. I will share it with your permission, due permission.
Yeah, the next week, I'm trying to organize for December, the next webinar, and then another one in January. In
Okay.
January, I think we can invite you.
Okay, surely. I will be ready for the January, sir. No problem.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
So thank you very much. Thank your colleagues.
Okay, sir.
All colleagues. We keep in touch.
Surely,
Very
sir.
good.
Go ahead. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.